It's the dawn of a new day. I invite my friend over and we're having a good time. We're playing UFC 2 for the PS4, one of my favorite games of all time. I'm having a good time, but his reaction time is a little bit slower. He's losing a lot more matches than usual, and I'm thinking I got better at the game, but I think something's wrong with him. Don't really know what's going on. I say, hey man, you good? He looks at me deep in the eyes and says, nah man, I just want to go to the club right now. I said, oh, he's naturally playing worse so we can get to the club faster. And I understand that. I know what it's like to be around women that smell of flowery perfumes and lilac. I know what it's like. I understand his vision. So I, naturally, abide by his decision. I say, you know what, brother? Let's go right to the club. No issues getting past the bouncer. It was a exclusive club. $20 charge. He just walked in as if he knew everybody in the club. It was beautiful. I'm having a great time. I say, how'd you get in? He said, I know people. I said, oh, amazing. Turns out he's just abusive. G. Willikers. He's just evil and mean and a very violent drunk. Great guy. I love him to death. But by God, is he a violent drunk. People just want to see him get violent and yell at people, so they just let him come in because he's a regular. Great guy. So, after all that, he's macking on women. He's doing shot after shot after shot. Little John, G. Willikers, everybody shot. Oh, I'm having a great time. Oh, so much fun. He looks at me and says, hey man, I wish nights like these could last forever. Probably the most homosexual thing he's ever said to me. But I get a little bit excited. I got butterflies in my tummy because he's a little attractive and I like abusive men. So I say, oh, well, nights like this can last forever. He said, yeah, they can. And we start dancing on the floor. He pees himself a little bit. Oh, life is great. He wakes up raging head over. Raging head over? Hangover. His head is over his heels. His head is over. He's getting head over and out. That's what's going on. I don't care about words. And then he says, hey, you know, I'm gonna take a breather for a little bit. I said, breather? Okay, you take as much time as you need to. 2 months pass. Hadn't seen this guy for 2 months. He hits me up out of the blue. I was being black, sultry, delicious, basting in my bathroom, just holding my legs, gripping it because I just got done eating some Thai food. And he said, mind if I come over? I said, bring toilet paper. He said, okay. I'm unleashing a demon from the bowels of my bosom. And he says, hey man, will you get out? Can we play some more UFC 2? I say 100%. He beats me once. He beats me twice. He beats me a third time. And the last punch before he beats me the fourth time, he collapses. And I say, huh? I imagine it's too hot in my house, maybe. I'm not sure. Maybe 70 degrees is too hot for him. Maybe he's not acclimated to the weather. I don't know what's going on. So I just say, you good? I pause the game. I say, you good? You got a 3-win streak going on. I say, you okay? Unresponsive. I look down. I'm very confused. I'm perplexed. I'm scared a little bit. I say, so do I win? The victory? I'm thinking I got a free dub. That's what I'm assuming. That's a free victory for me. But no, he's out. He's down for the count. Mike Tyson, 1, 2, 3. Hey, get up. Come on now. And then he's unresponsive for 30 minutes. He doesn't move. So I let a few hours pass. He pooped himself. I'm confused. I'm like, huh? He's dead. He's not alive. He's not here anymore. Oh. He's gone. I was shocked, confused, because he had a 3-win streak. How do you... I'm upset that he beat me and then just exited the server. He's like, bye. Boom. I'm like, oh, come on now. That's ridiculous. At least let me get 1 W. I'm upset. I'm like, hey, man, we got to finish this match. Like, this is ridiculous. He's not responding. He's not waking up. I call 911. And I say, hey, what's going on? What's happened? I asked the ambulance, and they said, we don't know. I follow him through the ambulance. Turns out, through me eavesdropping and snooping on some conversations and asking a doctor that I didn't know he wasn't supposed to tell me this because of patient confidentiality, he had brain tumors from cancer inside of his skull. No one told me that. He didn't tell me that. I said, oh, okay. And I wait for somebody to pop up, and they say, well, he has no emergency contacts. I said, ooh, none? Not a mother, not a brother, not a coworker, nothing? Not a random guy you met on the street and just listed as an emergency contact as a goof? Nobody? They said, no. I guess I'm the emergency contact, and this was definitely an emergency. So I was just there. Waited a day, came back the next day, came back again. They said, hey, we got a Oh, we gotta get things moving here. I said, yeah. Does he have life insurance? And I had to do all the paperwork. I was very concerned and confused. I didn't know what was going on. I just was taken aback. I was taken aloof. I had to take a old back pedal seat from this one. This really caught me off guard. I said, well, you got past my defenses, little buddy. You're dead. Grim Reaper's making us best friends with you right now. He's making a bed for you. Little death rehearsal. Sleep. Forever. You're gone. Really caught me for a loop. So I say to myself, all right, let's get the funeral organized. And I'm getting the funeral set up. And I see this old lady approach. And she says, oh, you knew him? I'm like, yeah, it's my boy. Who are you? I'm his grandma. I said, oh, okay, sweet. So we can get the funeral organized. She says about the funeral stuff. She didn't cater the funeral. Now, this is a very small nitpick. And this may be seem like a bit of a dick thing to point out. She didn't, when I go to a funeral, it's usually catered. Chick-fil-A even. You know, you meeting God, might as well get some Sunday food that you can't have on Sunday. That'd be nice. I was just upset. I said, okay, all right, no food. And she said, do you usually get food at funerals? I said, usually I get a little bit of food. And I look around, I'm expecting to see a repertoire of friends I never met from his, stuff of that nature. Nobody appeared. It was just me and the grandma in a very nice hall. I can understand why it wasn't catered now. It was just us. It was just his body, 2 bodies. And I didn't sit next to the grandma. I refused to sit, and I didn't know her. I didn't sit next to her at all. So I just naturally go up to talk to just one person. I say, I didn't even say any kind words. I just said, where the hell is everybody? And she says, oh, his mom and dad aren't going to show up. He burned those bridges long ago. I said, burn the bridges, Ruby Bridges. Why did he burn? What happened? Bridge to Terabithia, bridge the gap. He's gone. It's their child. And she said, well, they have many children. He was the worst one. Now, we'll be fair here. He was evil. Pure evil, one might say. Truly chaotic. That boy was evil. I remember how do I describe this? He would do things that were not the best. Things I probably can't even describe on YouTube. I had to go delete his browsing history from his computer because it was bad. Oh, it was deeply bad. And I'm not talking about the little joke like, oh, you don't want to see the porn that I watch. No, it was really bad. It was really bad. It was like the 4-letter word twice. I don't even know how to better way phrase it than the 4-letter word twice. It was evil. It was pure evil. So I say to myself, okay, well, I guess that's that. Primarily, I guess that's that. And he's gone, no longer of this earth anymore. Riddle be gone, and no longer of what we are anymore. And I say, you didn't tell the mom and dad because you think they'd be happy? And she said, yes. They'd be overjoyed to hear their demon child is gone. Their demon small, and this guy was evil. Turns out he broke his mom's nose, shot his dad in the foot, robbed them 7 times, stole their money all the time, always had just issues with fat. He just had issues with that. He was horribly on heroin. There were so many issues just going through and to and fro about his life. I didn't know about it because guy friendships work a bit differently than most things. I didn't know his real name. Until he passed away. He never told me. You know what I called him the entire way through? Big Nigga. That's really all I called. He wasn't even black. Some skinny white guy, shorter than me. I just called him Big Nigga. That's it. It's the only thing. I never saw him with a girl. And any girl that ever described him as horribly abusive. He had 4 DV charges. He was a very evil person. But he was my friend. I love playing UFC 2 with him. He was great at parties. I love going to the club with him. He paid gas money every time. Despite the evil, he was such a nuanced human. And I'm still conflicted to this day about what initially happened because he told no one. He was content with dying as no one knew. And as we lowered him into the ground, we didn't have pallbearers. But he was lowered into the ground to hire people that didn't know him, just to carry his casket out. $4,000 casket, by the way. Funerals are a scam. They cost too much. I was upset because he didn't tell anybody. What was his purpose? Why did he want to go like that? What did he get out of that? He got nothing. And even if he lived an evil, horrible, messed up, weird, wacky life where he was abusive and spit vitriol at people and watched just horrible, evil stuff, he was still my friend. He was still my friend. You can leave the video now. Leave.